This is one I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for a while. What games can and can't you play on your PS5? What is backwards compatible and what's actually not backwards compatible? Well, Sony have just put out a blog post which links to a new page on PlayStation.com showing exactly what games won't be playable on your PS5. Let's dive in and we'll take a look at the games. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know everyone's excited about the PS5, and if you want to win a PS5, we're actually giving one away on the channel if we can get the subscriber count of the Platinum Trophy channel to 10,000 subscribers by the end of October. So please consider hitting the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the latest content that I post, as well as helping us get to that community goal of 10,000 subscribers. Now today we're taking a look at games that aren't going to be compatible with PS5. Now Sony have been really cagey about backwards compatibility with PS4 to PS5. They've said 99.9% of games will work from PS4 to PS5, but they haven't clarified what that 0.1% of games that isn't compatible is. Today, they actually came out with a post on PlayStation.com showing exactly what games aren't compatible with the PS5, and I have that post up here with me now. Interestingly though, there's a bunch of stuff and caveats between backwards compatibility and what backwards compatibility actually means. So let's go through that and look at what that means, then look at the games and figure out if there's any consequence to that as well. So it says here, the overwhelming majority of the 4,000 plus PlayStation 4 games are playable on PS5. Select PS4 games will benefit from PS5 console's Game Boost, which will make the PS4 games run with a higher and smoother frame rate. We knew that already, they've promoted that for a long time. Although many PS4 games are playable on PS5 consoles, some functionality that were available on PS4 console may not be available on the PlayStation 5. In addition, some PS4 games may exhibit errors or unexpected behavior on PS5 console. I guess that makes sense. Developers weren't planning for this when they released these games, so I kind of do understand why that is the case. Before purchasing add-ons to play on your PS4 games on PS5, please try to boot up the game on the PS5 console to see if you're happy with the play experience. I guess they're doing that just to be safe, saying it might not work as it was intended to work. And please note, playing PSVR games on PS5 consoles requires a PlayStation VR headset, a PlayStation camera sold separately from the PS5, and a PlayStation camera adapter. Always update your PS5 console to the latest system software, which they make you do anyway. So that's the base caveat of what they've said here in terms of backwards compatibility. And this is on PlayStation.com itself. There's a blog post about this too, but we'll look at that another day. And here they've got a list. It says PlayStation 4 only games. While the majority of PS4 games are playable on PS5, below is a list of games that are playable on PS4 only. On PlayStation Store, PlayStation 4 games are not playable on the PS5 console, and they'll be marked with a playable on PS4 only. So I guess that's the thing to check. What they've got here is a list of 10 games that aren't playable on PS5. And we'll just go through them in order, and then we'll talk about them. DWVR, which is a VR game. Afro Samurai 2 Revenge of the Kuma Volume 1, which I think actually got delisted from the PlayStation Store. TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge 2, which is a motorcycle game. Just Deal With It, which is like a party game, card party game that's compatible with PlayLink. Shadow Complex Remastered, which kind of surprised me. This one's probably the one that surprised me the most because it's just a normal game as far as I'm aware. But I'm wondering whether it's like a licensing thing because I think that was originally an Xbox game. So that's kind of a weird one. Robinson the Journey, which is another early on dinosaur VR game that was kind of okay. Actually, it wasn't very okay. It was pretty average. We Sing, which is like a SingStar style game. Hitman Go Definitive Edition, which is the really easy platinum Hitman game that everyone platinumed on the Vita and the PS4. Shadwin, which is like an isometric stealth third-person game. And Joe's Diner, which is this weird first-person horror game. That's the list of games, which is incredible! Out of all the games on PS4, these are the only 10 that they've identified so far that aren't compatible with PS5, which is honestly very impressive. Now, of these games, I would say there's nothing here of real consequence. Some of them have platinum trophies, so if you're after platinums in these games, then go and get them. But I guess it's more that now you know the list of games that are not compatible with PS5. You can go and play those on PS4 if you want to, but if I'm being really honest, everything here is pretty average. I wouldn't go out and rush to buy these games or play these games on PS4 before you switch to PS5 because there's nothing really great here. I mean, Hitman Go Definitive Edition is a really great platinum game and it's a really fun game as well. It's not a big deal. And then Shadow Complex is also a really good game too, but it's also like, yeah, it's fine. Like, we don't get to play it on PS5. Okay, sure. Everything else here I would say is pretty average. Just Deal With It as a PlayLink game. We Sing is a SingStar style game. You've got a couple of VR games here. And then that terrible Joe's Diner horror game, which is easily one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. So, what does it mean? Well, Nothing, really. It means that their backwards compatibility is better than they've been promoting. It means that more games are compatible than I probably gave them credit for. I expected there to be a lot more stuff that just got removed from the PlayStation Store and wasn't going to be compatible with PS5. It looks to be that that's not going to be the case per se. This is what they've got. It does say at the bottom of this that this list is subject to change and excludes demos, media, and non-gaming applications, which means that a lot of the VR type experience things probably won't work either. I'm guessing VR is going to be one of the most contentious things with PS5 though, because there is some caveats with it. You're using PS3 peripherals with a PS5 plus a PS4 peripheral with a PS5. It's just a whole thing. You also need the adapter to use the camera, so VR is probably the thing that's going to be the most challenging, I would say, but it's good to know that that's the case as well. The article does go on here about using PS4 discs in your PS5 console as well and how that works, and it just basically says here, insert the PS4 game disc. You may need to download updates. Select the game hub from your game's home, so from your XMB, and then keep the disc inserted while you play the game. So it's like just as if you were playing the game on a PS4. Transferring digital items just means you have to download the item again, is what it says here, and then install a PS4 digital game on PS4, select the game from your library, download it, and play it. Yeah, that's pretty much what there is. They've got a thing here about upgrading eligible PS4 games to PS5 as well, but I think that makes more sense to do in a separate video and talk about that separately versus in here. This one here felt more like it needed to just be about the games that weren't compatible. I don't think there's much consequence here, honestly. I think this is a pretty decent news for us. There's nothing too much to worry about. Obviously, this could all change, but let me know what you guys think. Is this okay? Is this acceptable as far as you're concerned? I honestly think it is. There's nothing here that I'm too worried about. I don't know if I actually finished Hitman. I might need to go back and do that. But generally, yeah, my 2 cents is that we are good to go with PS5 now. It means that if you're looking to trade in your PS4, you can be confident the majority of games are going to be compatible with PS5. I guess you can go in on the PlayStation Store and check these individually if you are concerned, but it's nice that they finally come out and told us this. It would have been nice to have been told this months ago, but it's good that we finally have the information now as well. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to say on this matter. I think that kind of covers us all off. There's not really much point in going through each of these games because they're not really going to be compatible anymore. There's no point in doing trophy guides on them. There's no point in really talking about them any further. And to be honest, there's nothing here that I really think needs to be talked about any further either. I don't know. Let me know, guys. If you're a new viewer, don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate hearing what you have to say on this matter. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.